How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high market cap. And the volume today is absolutely nuts for the Bitcoin ETFs. Now, do we hit an all-time high today? In terms of price in the US dollar, it's possible. And I'm not going to tell you that it's happening. But there are some interesting things happening behind the scenes that I don't think people see. People don't understand it. They're not watching videos like this yet. And they don't understand how big Bitcoin is going to get. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one. My computer is having a hard time today because the gains are so strong. I think I'm glitching out a little bit. The camera can't handle all of these filthy gains. So, stay through to the end of the video. There's a lot that we have to cover. There are also some links underneath the video in case you want to start trading cryptocurrency. You can trade over on Margex. Now, I'm not saying this is right for everyone, but in a bull market, this is when you want to trade on leverage. I talked about this bull flag, this triangle that we're going into, how we'd probably break up to the upside, and boom, we did it. We made a lot of money. If you want to start trading on leverage, there's that link to Margex underneath the video, and there's a tool. It's called HGAlgo that can be really helpful for determining when there's bullish momentum and bearish momentum. It can help you on the upside and help protect you from some downside too. There's a link to this underneath the video. This is something I created with a few other people that aggregates a lot of information to give you simple, easy to read signals like bullish momentum and bearish momentum. So definitely check this out underneath the video. As you probably know from looking at your portfolio, Bitcoin hit 66,000. It's above 66,000 now. And yeah, my computer continues to lag because of these filthy rich gains. And a lot of the reason for these gains is just due to the ETFs. And people are trying to get returns. You can see Bitcoin has decoupled away from the traditional stock market. Bitcoin is up 58% for the year, while the NASDAQ's up 8.5%. So if you are in just traditional index funds, you're underperforming against crypto. One thing I know a lot of people probably haven't gotten to yet, but I know some people in crypto, they measure their net worth in Bitcoin. That's something interesting to look at. Probably depressing because your value, your net worth is probably going down in Bitcoin terms over any meaningful length of time because Bitcoin goes up so much. Now the ETFs are doing massive amounts of volume. This is the IBIT ETF. This is Blackrock. They did 500 million in volume over the first 45 minutes of the trading day. Beto has $310 million. Grayscale, 219. Fidelity, 193. This is something I talked about in the last video. Like, I thought this would happen today because last week was such a good week. People probably went home, talked about how much money they were making to their friends, family, and now their friends and family want to buy. So they're going out and buying these ETFs. So we're probably going to see more of this in the future. BlackRock's ETF traded 19.6 million shares in the first hour. The average daily volume is 22.7 million. So by the time you're watching this, we're probably already past the average daily volume. It's probably another huge day of inflows. And Bitcoin's market cap just hit an all-time high. Now you might be saying, how is that possible? Even in US dollar terms, this is correct. We're at an all-time high. The reason for this is we have more coins. We have more coins than the last bull market, which is significant. Every single psychological level like this is important. People look at this and say, okay, Bitcoin's more valuable than ever before. We're probably in a bull market. This would be the last thing that's holding up some people from thinking this is a bull market because the timing pretty much makes sense. The macro makes sense. Maybe people are waiting for us to pass into new all-time highs. And in most currencies around the world, Bitcoin has hit new all-time highs. In US dollar terms, though, the price is still right below all-time highs. We also see massive amounts of inflows, right? This is the CoinShares report. We saw another $1.8 billion flow into the crypto space, most going into Bitcoin, some going into Ethereum, some going into short Bitcoin. Something interesting that's happening too that I think a lot of people don't really understand is MicroStrategy. They're up 20% today when Bitcoin's up 4%. Now I'm going to get a sip of water because I've actually recorded a few videos with other people. But think about this. Put in the comment section why you think MicroStrategy's up so much when Bitcoin's up maybe a fourth that. Okay, You had your 2 seconds to write down there. In my opinion, the reason MicroStrategy is up so much compared to Bitcoin, of course, it might trade a little bit more volatile than Bitcoin, but not 4x. Not 4x. The reason MicroStrategy is up this much is probably because some people don't have access to the ETFs yet. Like, yes, your mom, your dad can probably go buy IBIT, but a lot of financial advisors, pensions, hedge funds, they haven't gotten approval from the back department, the compliance department, to allow them to start selling this IBIT ETF or Fidelity, but they want allocation. They see other people getting these kinds of returns for their clients or for themselves. They say, damn it, I need to get into this. And I say a swear word there because this is important. Some people are really pissed off that they can't buy yet. So what can they buy? MicroStrategy, maybe some miners. Those are approved. They've been around for years and years and years. People could sell this to their clients saying, oh, this is a tech company that's also got some allocation to Bitcoin. It's up 500% this year. Over the last 5 years, it's up almost 10x. So we're going to put you in 1% allocation to Bitcoin or into MicroStrategy, or we're going to put you a little bit less than that. So yeah, there's a reason that MicroStrategy is up way more than Bitcoin over the last month, over the last 5 days, over the last day. It's because some people don't have allocation to Bitcoin yet. Now, what happens when they do get approval? Well, they'll probably sell MicroStrategy. So there will be days where MicroStrategy falls or isn't up as much as Bitcoin when Bitcoin's green. Maybe it falls 24% when Bitcoin's down 5% or 6%. There are going to be days like that. But keep in mind, when you sell, when someone sells MicroStrategy, maybe they're taking profits, but most likely, if we're still in the bull run, they're just selling MicroStrategy because they got approved to sell the Bitcoin ETFs. That's maybe a little bit less risky. So they go sell MicroStrategy and they dump it in the Bitcoin ETFs. Now that causes the price of Bitcoin to go up, which causes MicroStrategy's Bitcoin to go up, which causes their price to go up. So it's kind of like a no-lose situation. If money comes in here, it's either staying in here, and then MicroStrategy is going to go buy more Bitcoin because they can get cheaper debt or they can issue more shares, or it's flowing out into these other ETFs. Now, that won't always be the case. There will be a top of the market at some point. We'll see a big drop. Some people will just get out of the market or take profits for the long term. But right now, I don't know if we're at that point. We're at this very bullish point where there's just so much demand. And who are the sellers? Who are the sellers, right? Maybe there's someone with $500 million worth of Bitcoin, a couple billion. Maybe they want to sell, take profits, but they're going to be bought up within a few days by these ETFs. There's so much demand that it's going to be swallowed up. And if you are a seller now, like, what is your purpose? Okay, maybe you're freaked out because you think we're going to hit all-time highs and then fall back down. But everyone that wants to take profit at a 2x from the low, maybe 30K, they sold. Everyone that wanted to take profit at 50K, 60K, 65K, they've all sold. So everyone now either is more bullish and thinks that we're going up from here, or they just bought. So why would they sell if they just bought in the last couple of weeks? So yeah, there are going to be some sellers, but like, where does the huge demand, or where does the huge amount of sellers come from? I just don't see it. We're blowing through so many relics of the past, like GBTC selling a bunch of Bitcoin, Genesis selling Bitcoin, FTX sold Bitcoin, Mt. Gox is going to distribute Bitcoin. Like, all that's being brushed to the side and being cleared up, and there's just so many buyers left. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video, though. Let me know if you think we go up from here. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin hitting all-time high market caps. Again, there is a link to Margex underneath the video and to HGAlgo as well. Hit subscribe so you can see future videos just like this.